So today we're tying up the rest of this electrical. You can see here I'm trying to make this somewhat neat and tidy. The zip ties. Messy things kind of drive me nuts, so I usually will clean them up after the fact, because otherwise you'll go through a zillion zip ties. Because every time you realize you missed something or something needs to change or whatever happens, you're just creating another zip tie you got to cut off. But I think this is pretty close to being done, at least for what we need for this trip. Now it's just a matter of cleaning it all up. Get rid of the big one. I actually use a lot of these. These are temporary ones, so you can zip them up and then undo them by squeezing that. So I like those ones because they let you keep everything kind of tightened up and out of the way without creating a situation where you need to cut it off. You can just undo it. So that being said, this is pretty much ready to go up in here. It'll go like that. And the whole reason I put the camera there is so that I can see these little things, so I can do it up. So let's get to that. Start with number one. These will be a bit of a pain. Come at them from up above. Oh brother, this is going to be a zoo. I don't know how else to do this. This is going to be an absolute bitch.
One eternity later.
Okay, I got one, but I got it mostly by luck. Although this one, I think, I'm gonna line it up the old school way. Old school being using my phone camera. If it works, it works. And it's lined up, so I don't know why. Ooh, I got it. Yeah, that's definitely not the ideal way. But we got it, so it's behind us. All right, one down. The worst thing to do here is when you get confused because you're screwing it in backwards, and then you undo what you just took forever to do up. Don't ask me how I know that. Those are good and snug. Okay. And this is like very rigid. So at this point, we are going to put the cabinets back together and move on to other things. Still some electrical that needs to be done, but we'll be getting that probably in the fall when we have a little more time to dedicate to some of the things that aren't that much of a necessity, because we really want to get out on the road ASAP. Summer's burning, and is it ever. It's very hot. But I'm going to turn this off. Well, we are at the end of a long 4-ish weeks, I think now. But the build is done. We have our shore power or 110 volt and USB ports there that are connected to the inverter charger. The fridge is now in operational. We have our drawers that are built. They're just drying now, the final coat of urethane. They'll be going in tomorrow morning with the drawer faces on them. The battery, the electrical's all hooked up. Everything's run to where it needs to be run. We don't have a fan yet, so that won't be hooked up quite yet. We don't have our water pump cabinet, which is going in right here behind the passenger seat. It's going to be a fold-out sink that will fold out and up. We're going to have a toilet here that will fold out. This seat will have to lean forward for that, but minor changes to have it mostly hidden. And then the cabinetry is all in now. The switches are all in and functional. The bed is all there. All it needs is the upholstery, which should be ready tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon sometime. That's what they promised. Fingers crossed they're able to stick to that. But yeah, everything's done. The side cabinet, we have the electrical going around through the back that's all done and ready. So all this needs is all of our junk put in it. I'm excited.
The next day.
Why do you think some of them are tighter than others?
Some of these screws are a little different. I don't know why.
Oh man. So funny when I was filming you put it in, you know you had to turn the cushion like around to get it in.
Not really.
Okay, well, you had to like put it in and then you twisted it around. Anyways, I started turning this camera to be like, okay, yeah, turn.
Finally! These seams are not as perfect as I'd like them to be, but for the price it was right, and for the timing it was right. Beggars can't be choosers. So, bed conversion is easy. Other than we need to work out some of the fresh kinks. There's one. Voila!